Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sport on television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on to this edition of the program. Today we'll be exploring several angles of sports. We'll talk about Premier League, Nigerian Premier League. We'll talk about the EPL and also talk about transfer windows of those looking to, clinch most of Nigerian top players at the end of the summer, and also talk about qualification, the African Cup of All Nations, and how well the Afro Basketball Championship is doing. And also, we're getting a clip of the game that happened between the Maverick Dallas and as well as Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers, where we saw Luka Doncic playing against his former team for the first time after the trade happened 3 weeks ago. So we'll be having all of this conversation of this edition of Talks. You sit back, relax. We'll be right back just immediately after this break. Yes, many thanks for staying with us as we tend to straight to this edition of Talk Sport. But before we get into the that happened yesterday and other conversations coming off our transfer windows at the end of the summer, let me bring up to speed with the African stars, pride of Africans, some Nigerian legends and also top players that have played in the international community from all came together to defend the pride of Africa, which is the African Cup of Nations, when Jimmy and Brighton criticized the game and said it's not a major competition. The former international footballers and African legends have risen in fierce defense of African Cup of Nations following the comments by Liverpool defender Jimmy Carragher dismissing the tournament as not major on live television. Peter Akpebi and others had this to say. African football legends and current stars have united in defense of the continent's tournament after former footballer turned pundit Jimmy Carragher dismissed the African Cup of All Nations as not a major tournament during a live television broadcast. The continent's fury, which had been brewing since Carragher's remark on Sky Sports following Liverpool's 2-0 victory over Manchester City last Sunday, has been an outpouring of former individuals from Africa and beyond have risen and frowned about those statements, with many viewers and comments as symposium of apprentice disrespect towards African football. Speaking during this discussion about Mo Salah's prospect of winning the Ballon d'Or, Gege suggested that the Egyptian forward was a disadvantage due to his nationality, saying he thinks the problem is the fact that he's with Egypt and he's probably not playing in the major tournament as such, or maybe got a great chance of winning if it's either the Champions League or the major tournament. So looking at all of this, and this has actually brought up a whole lot of confusion going on in the world currently, and then we've seen likes of JJ Okocha and the rest of them coming up to defend the title, and this just boils down to the fact that there is a whole lot of politics even goes into those that they even get to give the award and the Ballon d'Or award, looking at the fact that, okay, from the statistics and everything that has been going on currently, we've seen Salah win the Champions League, we've seen him win the EPL and also FA Cup, and also done so much for his countryside, leading his team, Liverpool, in scoring and creating assists. All of these is actually qualities that are attributed to those who get to win the Ballon d'Or. So now, Jimmy now is opening the eyes of the entire universe and saying that the fact that he's with Egypt, meaning an African, there is a slight chance that he might not be able to win it. So the politics in is actually so depth, and then we're hoping that FA and UEFA will be able to sort out all of this problem so that all players, depending on your race, not given consideration of your race or where you're from or the color of your skin, if you meet the requirements and you have the talent to win certain awards, where you're from shouldn't be an issue or be a determining factor of whether you're going to win or not. So we're moving away from all of those statements. Let's talk about Nasarawa United, where they stunned the current leaders of the Nigerian Premier League, Romeo Stars, Nasarawa United Football Club of Lafia last night stunned table leaders Romeo Stars FC of Kenya 1-0 in March the 26th feature of the 2024-2025 Nigerian Professional Football League season. In the match played at the Lafia Township Stadium behind closed doors, Nance Yusuf scored 25 minutes into the game to secure all 3 points for the home team. The win, the first under the new head coach Salisu Yusuf, marked a significant turning point in their effort to escape relegation and climb up to the NPFL standings. Nasarawa United are currently ranked 17th with 30 points, while Romeo Stars still lead the Nigerian Premier League table with 51 points. In a post-match interview, Yusuf says the victory was a testament to the team's hard work and determination. He also said he knew it was not going to be an easy game against the league leaders, and then it was obviously not an easy game, and when they got that goal in the 25 minutes, they all decided to play defense and then locked up everywhere. But Romeo Stars missed a couple of chances when they attacked and then they missed chances. But still, that doesn't change the fact that they are still leading the Nigerian Professional Football League log with 51 points, and then they are 11 points cleared from the current champions Enugu Rangers. So this is more like giving them an ease and then making them feel a bit comfortable. But they still have Shooting Stars who are coming and tailing them behind, despite the fact there is still like a 10-point gap between Shooting Stars and Romeo Stars. So let's bring up to date still with Shooting Stars who drew against their hosts last night, still Imba International. Shooting Stars, who are currently second on the Premier League table, Nigerian Professional Premier League table, played a 1-1 draw with host Imba International Football Club in Nigerian Professional Football League of March the 26th. Sadiq Ibrahim gave the visitors the league in the 15th minute of the match, played in the Imba International Stadium, and drew the hosts left in the 48th minute when they put the ball beyond 3-6 goalkeeper into the right corner of the net. Two teams missed golden chances after intervals, and visitors held on the scoreline till the final whistle. Speaking after the match, 3-6 coach Olumwenga says that the match was a good one for his team in spite of the outcome, playing against a team like Imba and coming out with points is a priceless gift to our target for the season. So the target for every team is to actually make it through and get to win the Nigerian Professional Football League and get to advance and represent in the CAF Championship. So looking at Shooting Stars now and looking at how far the league has gone, Shooting Stars, Romeo Stars are sitting very comfortably 10 points cleared from Shooting Stars, who are the closest threats that they have. Rivers United later today will be playing as well. Katsina FMN Warriors later today will be having their own features. So looking at all of this now, it's seeming as if Romeo Stars are going to run away with this one. We've seen that they've not been able to clinch any title in the past 2 decades, and then they are looking to change that narrative by this season, at the end of the season. So looking at all of these angles now and looking at how far they are going and the team chemistry and synergy, it seems that they have what it takes and then they are good for it. And we'll just see what happens. In the world of sport, you can't just assume so early. We still have a couple of matches that need to be played. We'll see how other teams will play and how Romeo Stars will continue. If they continue at this pace and advancing and winning their next match, I think they'll be like 54 points clear on the table. But if they get to lose again and other teams continue winning and getting momentum and winning and getting points, then there would be a problem for Romeo Stars, so as their issue will not be like that of Arsenal. Well, moving away from Nigerian Professional Football League, World Cup qualifiers, and then Eric Chelle has defensive plans already, looking at the Nigerian Super Eagles team now and also the injury worries that we are facing. Yeah, so he has picked certain names and certain guys that are actually doing amazingly well, likes of Calvin Bassey and then Osho, who plays in the Premier League as well. But looking at it now from defense to attack, the injury worries for the new Super Eagles Eric Chelle seems unending ahead of the crucial 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. After worrying updates about midfielder Fashion Dele Bashiru and Rafael Onyedika, the backline has taken some hits too, with standing in captain Royce Trust Ekong currently sidelined with a muscular injury, while West Brom Albion Sami Ajayi has also returned to the treatment table. The 31-year-old Trust Ekong picked up a muscular injury in the 70th minute during Al Kulhard's match against Al Oban in Saudi Pro League earlier this month and has missed 2 games since then. Trust Ekong and Ajayi take the list of sideline players to 4, just as Galatasaray's man Victor Osimhen is also said to be expecting a result of a scan. So we are having a bit of issues, but still, if these individuals are not going to make it through, Eric Chelle has actually said he has seen potentials in Nigerian Professional Football League for the Super Eagles. That means when he got back from London visiting Alex Iwobi and Calvin Bassey and Wilfred Ndidi, he also came back and made a few stops in the Nigerian Professional Football League games, and then his results came out and he said he's seeing potential. So those potentials now that he's picking out for those plays, now we are hoping to see how well he will be able to fix them in and then see the synergy and how it's going to pan out within the current players that we have who are healthy, and also advance to Rwanda, because these games are very, very key for Nigerians to be able to qualify for the 2026 African World Cup that is set to begin next month. So looking at all of these angles now, we are hoping swift recovery for Nigerian players, and as well as a set plan for them to use and go to Rwanda and also face Zimbabwe in the Gospel Akpabio Stadium here in Nigeria, and that will be happening in Uyo. So moving away, talking about still the Super Eagles, we've seen someone, Hojo Bros, has backed Nigeria to bounce back in the World Cup qualifier. South African head coach Hojo Bros has backed the Super Eagles to recover from their form and return to winning ways next month when the 2026 World Cup qualifiers resume. The 3-time African champion have endured a disappointing start to their campaign, failing to secure a victory in the first 4 matches. The Eagles rather managed draw against Leicester, Zimbabwe and South Africa before suffering a 2-1 defeat to Benin Republic. The poor run has left them with just 3 points, trailing group leaders South Africa, Rwanda and Benin by 4 points. With only the top team earning automatic qualification, Nigeria finds itself in a precarious position, sitting second from the bottom in the 6th team group. To revive their chances, they must start winning immediately. So not just having injury worries now as an excuse, but Nigeria now has to win. They are in a situation where they must win their matches to be able to qualify. Now that we have facing Rwanda and Zimbabwe again, these matches are a must win for the Super Eagles, and then this is actually going to show the testament of Eric Chelle if he can be able to actually head a team as the Super Eagles. We'll be going on a quick break, and then when we return back, we'll be having conversations around transfer windows where Manchester United are looking to solidify their deal with Victor Osimhen. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world.
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
Many thanks for staying with us now. Talking transfer for the summer, we are seeing reports reaching us that Manchester United are looking to solidify their lead or getting the signature of Nigerian international Victor Osimhen. Manchester United have emerged as front runners to sign Nigerian international Victor Osimhen during the summer transfer window as other major targets slip away from them. The Red Devils, who have struggled in front of goal this season, are reportedly prepared to trigger the Super Eagles striker's £75 million release clause to bring him to Old Trafford as manager Ruben Amorim seeks to bolster his attacking options. The 26-year-old Napolian striker, currently on loan at the Turkish giant Galatasaray, has been in resilient form this season, netting 20 goals and providing 5 assists in 25 appearances across all competitions. All of this information got to us, and then we've seen how amazing Victor Osimhen is. But still, Galatasaray have made mentions of the fact that they don't want Victor Osimhen to leave, but still, are you willing to pay the money? Now, United could miss out on their other strikers' targets, but if they get to land him now, another concern now is the style of play for Victor Boniface. Can he fit in Manchester United? Those are questions people are asking. The midfielders that they have aside Bruno Fernandes, who else can be able to supply him the ball, so that he can be able to, do what he does and score goals or even create assists. But talking about Victor Osimhen in the front line as an attacker, he's always very ready, and he is a threat, a massive threat to defenders. So whenever they see him, he's always a